SEC teams that are like perennially like in the national championship conversation, right? You got like LSU, Auburn, Alabama, those teams, right? And then there's like
Even Florida.
even Florida. But then there's like the mid tier, and then you got which is you got like Florida, Georgia, all them guys, right? And then there's like the bottom of the barrel, the teams that never do shit. Like no matter how long they're gonna be in the SEC, they'll never do shit. That's like Ole Miss, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, those types of schools that are never gonna do anything. Arkansas, Kentucky football. Oh my God, they're still in the SEC. I forgot about that.
I will never forget. I think it was either last year or 2 years ago. It was when Tua was there. There was a dude on Vanderbilt who actually said, and I quote, Alabama. They just got done, mind you, they just got done beating Kansas State 21-14. The dude on Vanderbilt, he goes, Alabama's next. We're gonna show them how to play SEC football. Only to lose 59-0.
Yo, I swear to God, these teams like they need to. I think the SEC needs to expand and you just like take up. They need to merge with a different conference. Just put all the great teams in one conference. Put Clemson in there. Put put some of the Big Ten teams in there. Just get them all in there, and like that'll be like our national champion. Like that's the real Division One. That's the real Division One.
And then make it like soccer. Make it like soccer where you got to earn it. It's like make it like soccer where you're in like the Champions League. You got to earn. You got to earn the right to like be in that conference for the next year.
Yeah. You know what's interesting
to me?
Like, dude, what if they took some of those teams? Like, what if they took Boise State? Because Boise State, people always forget how lit that team is. That team is great every year.
UCF.
Yeah, no. But here's the thing with those teams. The issue is the great teams know better than to play them. Like whenever like Boise State or UCF comes to schedule with like Alabama or LSU or those teams, they're like, hell no, we don't want to play you.
They want no part.
No. They want to play like Appalachian State. They want to play like Rice University. They want to play those no-name schools so they can get wins and just basically they're buying wins because that's what they do to these schools. They give them like $2 million and they're like, oh, we just bought a win. Cool.
Well, because put it this way, and they're not stupid, right? If you're a coach and you see, let's say you got Appalachian State, right? You got Appalachian State who's ranked 22 in the country, and you have UCF that's ranked 22 in the country. You know UCF is a lot better than 22 in the country. And you know Appalachian State, if they were to play any team 1 through 21, will get their doors blown off. That's why nobody wants to play against guys like UCF. It sucks. UCF gets like...
Didn't Appalachian State beat somebody like big a few years ago, and it was like on a last second field goal? Michigan, yes.
They blocked the field goal.
Oh yeah, they blocked the field goal against Michigan. Yo, Appalachian State was tough that year, and then like they haven't done shit since then.
That's what I'm saying, dude. But that's why like I feel bad for teams like UCF, dude, because it's like they get snubbed because nobody wants to play them. It's like, yeah, like they have to go through their week schedule. Yeah, we get that. But then you see them get into a bowl game against Auburn. They beat Auburn like handily too, not just by like a field goal. No, they beat double digits. They beat Auburn by double digits, and it's just like this is a team that went toe to toe with Alabama,
right?
And UCF beats them by double digits. And you keep them out of the playoffs because teams like Clemson and Ohio State and UC, because they don't want to play them. Like it's bull because their coaches aren't stupid. Mm-hmm. They know that's a team, and since they've actually gained like momentum, that's a team where not only can they beat you because they have good coaching, that's a team where recruiting is picked up too.
Right.
Because the American Athletic Conference, it's not a weak like I know people are gonna say it's a weak conference. It's not really that weak of a conference. When you look at teams like, dude, you got, what was it? A couple years ago, University of Houston, Florida State. Florida State was ranked like 6th in the country. Houston destroyed them in their bowl game. And that was a Florida State team.
No, another conference people sleep on is I think it's the Mountain West Conference. Like people sleep on the Mountain West Conference. That's where you got teams like Boise State, you got UNLV, you got some ballers in there. Like those teams are every single year. They're good. They're good, but they never get the chance to prove themselves against those great teams. Like you might get like one matchup with like here's the thing: the only SEC school that always the only SEC school that's gonna schedule with Boise State or one of those teams is what, like Arkansas, which Boise State beats like every single year.
Yeah,
it's not even a competition between those two teams. So it's like I think like And that's like my biggest problem with the whole college football conference, and it was my problem with the BCS. I never got why, like, or I get it. There's like, an SEC bias. There's a bias about who they perceive as stronger teams. But, if a team like Boise State or even UCF, for example, they go undefeated for like 2 years in a row, and you still don't even have them in the top 10, there's something wrong with your system. Because it's one thing to say that, okay, the competition isn't good, but if they keep it up, you got to level them up at some point. You got to
That's what I'm saying.
The college football has got to actually have these guys level up. No, they don't.
Well, that's what they did.
No, they don't.
They used to. That's what they did. Dude, TCU, take two teams that used to be in the Mountain West, now not in the Mountain West anymore. TCU and Utah. Those were two teams that for years, first it was Utah, dominated the Mountain West, and then they took Utah out and put them in the Pac-12. That was when Urban Meyer put them on the map. TCU, after Urban Meyer left, TCU then decided we're going to dominate the Mountain West, and TCU goes into their bowl games, and they're beating teams like Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They're beating teams like Oklahoma with like Adrian Peterson. Like they're going up against J.J. Watt, and they're beating those teams, and they did end up leveling them up. They don't do it no more for some reason. I don't know why they don't do that anymore.
Boise State in 2007, they went into the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, and what they do? They beat
Oklahoma.
They beat Oklahoma on the Statue of Liberty play.
With Adrian Peterson. With a Hall of Fame. That had a Hall of Fame running back. Arguably one of the greatest running backs of this generation. Not arguably, probably the greatest running back in the last decade or decade and a half. And they beat that dude.
So my question is, dude, how do you fix that though? Because I think college football needs to step in at that point. If you have a team like Boise State or TCU or UCF winning all these games, like winning perennially 12 games a year, you got to force them to play some higher competition, because those are teams that people want to see. Those fan bases, they go in there, they see and it's not like they're a Division II team. They're Division I programs. They're recruiting 3 to 4 star athletes, but they're making them into 5-star athletes and making them into NFL draftees. So
it is crazy.
You see any tough running backs, where do they come out of? They come out of Boise State, tough offensive linemen.
Wild.
Boise State, Boise State, and I know I'm biased. I'm a huge Boise State fan. I always have been ever since I saw that bluegrass for the first time. But Boise State is that type of school that the NCAA needs to force them to level up, because it's been too long. They keep winning 12-plus games every single year. And at a certain point, fan bases are getting tired of being left out of the process, because every year you have teams that are, everyone's harping about Florida State. Everyone's harping about LSU. Everyone's always harping about Alabama. And then those teams go in and what they do, they go one and done in the playoffs.